Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie. In today's video we are going to create a Tower of Hanoi problem. So we are using HTML, CSS and JavaScript for the same. As you can see in the video, I have already created three files, one HTML page, one CSS as well as one script, and I have linked my HTML, linked my style sheet as well as my script JS file. I'm using jQuery inside my as my JavaScript. Okay, now let's start. So I'm creating a division called canvas, and inside that I'm creating another division with ID title, and there is a heading called H1, the Tower of Hanoi. And after that I'm creating uh, a division with a message like maximum disk allowed is 7. Now let us create a division with ID container. So box container, that is the name I am giving for my division here, and there is a label with the disk number. So it will ask us the number of disks, and we are providing the input as the number of disks. Now I am creating another button here with restart. So it will start the game again, and also I'm creating another button called solve. So this is used to solve the problem. And I'm creating a paragraph tag with class as moves, so it will display the number of moves it has taken. Now we will create another division called towers, and here we are going to draw the three lines of the towers. So there will be three towers, and on that the three discs will be placed. So this is how much our application has been done. So the HTML part is done. Now let us go to the styling. So here I am adding basic styling to my body, and there is a background color of white, font family sans serif, and giving a margin 0, padding 20 pixels, display flex, justify content center, align items in the center, and height is 100 ph. So basic CSS I am adding to my background. Now for the canvas class I am adding a width of 100%, maximum width of 1200 pixels, margin as auto, display as grid, and align content in the center. Now there is this h1 tag. Here the text aligned is in the center, and color I'm giving a dark blue color, and font size 3M, margin bottom as 20 pixels, font family again the same as that of the body, and text shadow that I am adding the text shadow. Okay, now for the moves class I am giving it as a font size of 1.5 em, color text align center, margin bottom of 20 pixels. Now for the towers, I'm adding a display of flex, justify content as space around, margin top as 30 pixels. Then for the base ID, I'm adding a position relative, width as 200 pixels, height as 250 pixels, and border bottom 10 pixels solid, and border radius is 10 pixels, background, and a box shadow. So the CSS part is almost done. Now for the last, we will add for the maximum disk message, we will add some styling as well. Font size of 1.2 em, color of red, then margin 10 pixels, font weight blue, bold, and I'm also adding a text shadow here. Okay, now let's go to the JavaScript part or the jQuery part. So first, let us write the document.ready function. So inside that, I'm giving my towers. There are 3 lines, and my first move is so I'm initializing everything. Moves is 0, disk is null, hold is null, move sequence is also empty, and a move index 0. So these are the variables we have declared till now. Now let us try to write the functions. So the first one is clear. So when this is called, each towers will become clear. Every disk will be empty here. Now the next one is next function I'm going to write is draw this. Function draw this, and here first I'm calling clear, so it will clear everything. Then next towers dot for each. So each tower I'm going to iterate, and if the tower of 0 is empty, if it is not empty only, we are writing the disk element. So this is adjust. So we are creating the disk elements, and which has got a width of 30 plus the size of disk into 20. That is how I am writing the width and margin bottom of index into 25. So it will be adjusted for the separation. And I am appending my disk elements to the towers. Okay, now let us write our init method. So for that, I'm creating another function called init, and first I'm calling my clear, then the towers are defined here, and I'm in for the this I am getting the box value as an integer. Moves is 0, hold is null, move sequence is still empty, move index is 0. So now the CSS, and till now it becomes like this. The disks are not yet connected. Okay, now let us write the another method handle. So if the hold is null, so if the jQuery object is empty, the hold is will be tower, and so if there is nothing in the, it will be empty. Then in the else part, if the move is, so I'm creating another method move disk. So here basically what we are doing is we are managing the game logic when a player interact with the tower here. So if no disk is currently held, then it picks up the top disk from the clicked one. If disk is already held, then it calls the move disk method. So that else part we have to write. In the move disk method, we are handling the logic for moving a disk from one tower to another. So if the source tower is empty, it will return a invalid move. So we are first initializing a uh, from and to tower. And if the destination tower is empty, it moves the disk and returns a 1. So it is a valid one. And if we are trying to place a larger disk on a 0, a smaller disk, it again returns 0. That is an invalid move. Otherwise, it will remove the disk and returns 1. So that is how we are adding the logic for this. So from dot length is equal to 0, it means that source is empty. Otherwise, if the destination is empty, it is a valid move. We are pushing it. Now we will write the else part. So if the disk is already held, we are attempting to place it on the click tower. So first I am calling my move disk method to check if a move is valid. If it is valid, then it updates the move count and redraws the disk. If it is not valid, if it is trying to place a larger disk on a smaller one, an alert is shown. You can't place a bigger disk on a smaller one. So the whole becomes null. Now finally it will check if the game is solved after each move. If it is solved, then the text will display like solved with this much moves. Now let us write the solved method. So this will check if a game is solved by verifying that all disks on the tower, all disks are on the last tower. So that is how we will identify if the puzzle is solved or not. So we will first check if the first and second tower are empty, and if the last tower length is the number of disks, then it is solved. Now let us write another method solved Hanoi. It takes the n, that is the number of elements, number of disks from 2 and aux. So it recursively generates the sequence of move to solve the Tower of Hanoi puzzle. So it is a standard recursive solution that moves n minus 1 disks to an auxiliary tower, then moves the nth disk to the destination, and finally moves the n-1 disk from the auxiliary tower to the destination. Now let us write the method animate solution. So what it does is it automates the solution of the puzzle. So it uses set timeout to create a delay between the move of each animation. It will move the disk according to the pre-computed move sequences. So here we are actually calling all the methods and in the animate solution. So we are calling the move disk as well as raw disk methods. So this code sets up an interactive Tower of Hanoi using jQuery. It allows players to manually solve the puzzles by clicking on the towers. The logic of moving the disk, clicking valid moves and solving puzzles recursively is all implemented within the script. So if you enjoyed watching this video, please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel. Please do share this video with all the coding enthusiasts. Thank you. We'll see you with another exciting video soon. Till then.